All right, hello and welcome back to another Mr. Pisto Plays Magic the Gathering Arena Brawl deck tech and gameplay session. We have Galazeth Prismari, another one of the Elder Dragons. A 4 mana, 3/4 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, you create a treasure token. And artifacts you control have tap. Add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast an instant or a sorcery spell. We have quite a few Strixhaven cards in the deck. We're going to go over those. Then we're going to go over some artifacts. Then we're going to go over some instants and sorceries, some creatures, and then a couple of non-land permanents. So we have Opt and Shock. Those I'm putting in this category because of their sweet art. Opt, 1 mana, scry 1, draw a card. Shock, 1 damage or 1 mana instant. It deals 2 damage to target any target. We have an Expressive Iteration is a sorcery that costs a red and a blue. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand, put one of them on the bottom of your library, and exile one of them. You may play the exiled card this turn. A lot of these Strixhaven cards have a lot of text. Teach by Example has been a fantastic card in this deck. Red, blue, red, blue. When you cast your next instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Just great. I love copying the Elrond's Epiphany. Just so much fun. Rowan, Scholar of Sparks, and Will, Scholar of Frost. The front side is Rowan, 3 mana, 2 loyalty planeswalker. Makes your instants and sorcery spells cost 1 less. Rowan, Scholar of Sparks, deals 1 damage to each opponent. If you've drawn 3 or more cards this turn, she deals 3 damage to each opponent. The +1 probably is only more than likely going to draw you or deal 1 damage. They play really well together, but unfortunately we're not able to do that. -4, you get an emblem with whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may pay 2. If you do, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. So if you can get it up to that instant or that ultimate, it's very, very powerful. Then Will, Scholar of Frost is a 5 mana 4 loyalty planeswalker. Same thing, instants and sorcery spells cost 1 less to cast. Up to 1, it's +1. Up to 1 target creature has base power and toughness 0/2 until the end of turn. So it does protect itself from those things that are either evasive, have flying, unblockable, so on. -3 draws you 2 cards. -7, exile up to 5 target permanents. For each permanent exiled this way, its controller creates a 4/4 blue and red creature elemental creature token. So you're probably blowing up your stuff to get a bunch of 4/4s, and then hopefully you live to tell the tale. Prismari command. We're playing Prismari. We gotta play the command. It's red, blue, colorless. Choose 2. It deals 2 damage to any target. Target player draws 2 cards and discards 2 cards. Target player creates a treasure token, which is great for us in this deck, and destroy target artifact. So being able to do this on 3, play Galazeth Prismari on 4. Then we have 2 treasure tokens which we can tap to add mana and not have to sacrifice them. Rutha, Merciful Artificer or Artist, a 3 mana 1/4. Pay 2 to return Rutha to your hand. Copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for the spell. Another one of those really fun making things copied. Maelstrom Muse, 1 blue, red hybrid. Red, these are some very interesting converted mana costs. Or mana values, I should say. Flying, 2/4, whenever after it attacks, the next instant or sorcery spell costs X less to cast, where X is Maelstrom Muse's power. As this ability resolves. The text on these cards is just bizarre. So I guess if someone shrinks it, when this trigger goes on the stack, you only get 1. Practical Research. There are a lot of instants and sorceries in this deck, so 5 mana to draw 4 cards and discard 2 cards unless you discard an instant or sorcery spell. Great for digging us to our bigger spells like our Creative Outburst and our Magma Opus. Here, Creative Outburst, 7 mana. It deals 5 damage to any target. You look at the top 5 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Or you can pay red or blue, discard Creative Outburst, create a treasure token, and we can use that either to cast Galazeth 1 turn early, or we can use it to help cast our instants and sorceries later. Magma Opus, 8 mana, deals 4 damage, divided as you choose among any number of targets. Tap 2 target permanents, create a 4/4 blue-red elemental creature token, draw 2 cards. You can also discard Magma Opus to create a treasure token. This card is seeing lots of play in Historic right now, and I think it's really cool beside the Gear Hulk. And with all the treasures and the artifacts that we have, we can cast this fairly early. Multiple choice. Blue and an X. If X is 1, scry 1, then draw a card. If X is 2, you may choose a player. They return a creature they control to its owner's hand. So you're giving them choice, so that part's not great. If X is 3, create a 4/4 blue and red elemental creature token. If X is 4 or more, do all of the above. I don't know why you'd want to do more, but anyways, 5 mana to do a bunch of things. It's pretty cool. We got some artifacts. We got a couple that tap for actual mana themselves, and the others are hopefully on the battlefield to help us ramp out our instants and sorceries. Shadow Spear, giving our creature trample and lifelink is quite nice. Also, being able to turn off indestructible and hexproof from our opponent's things is a very valuable attribute for this equipment. We have a Skull Guide Lantern. Enters the battlefield, you exile a card from a graveyard. If your opponent has no cards in their graveyard, you have to exile one of yours. You can either tap it to exile all of each opponent's graveyard, or you can sacrifice it to draw a card. So it's good in multiple situations. Witch's Oven, you can pay, obviously we know what this one is. Sacrifice a creature, get a food token. If its toughness was 4 or greater, create 2 food tokens. So if we they're gonna take out our Galazeth Prismari, we can Witch's Oven to get those 2 food tokens, hopefully can play Galazeth again and use those 2 food tokens to either gain us life or tap to add mana for our instants and sorceries. Arcane Signet, pretty straightforward, taps to add a color. Golden Egg, enters the battlefield, draws us a card. We can sacrifice it to add 1 mana of any color, which is probably not what we're going to do, but we can also sacrifice it to gain 3 life, so it helps us in the aggro matchups. Tome of Legends, enters the battlefield with a page counter on it. You can, whenever your commander enters the battlefield or attacks, put a page counter on Tome of Legends. We can remove that page counter for 1 mana and tap it to draw a card. Then we have Skyclave Relic. Is a 3 mana indestructible artifact that taps to add a mana of any color, and you can kick it to get 2 more of them. So it's a artifact that can also make more artifacts, which is very nice for this style of deck. Those are the artifacts that we are playing. We have some instants and sorceries. We have Dragonfire. Being able to exile whatever it hits is quite good, and being able to, if you can hit one of the titans that sacrifices itself when it enters the battlefield, you can make it exile instead of go to its graveyard. We have Neutralize and Saw It Coming. Neutralize we're playing because we can cycle it, so if we don't need it, or it's a top deck, or it's early game and we need lands, we can do that. Saw It Coming we're playing because we can make it cheaper. Soul Seer, here again, being able to make something lose indestructible like our Shadow Spear is quite nice, and dealing 5 damage to a creature or a planeswalker for 3 mana is very efficient. Valakut Awakening, we can play it as a land if we need to, or if our hand sucks, we can put our hand on the bottom of our library and draw that many cards plus 1. Behold the Multiverse, scrying 2 and drawing 2 is just great. It's cheaper with Galazeth if we have some other artifacts out, or we can cast it first for tail cost. Storm's Wrath, dealing 4 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. I think decks need some kind of reset button. This is not a permanent reset button, but it does hit a lot of things. Sublime Epiphany is just a great counter spell, draw spell. It does a bunch of things for us. Alrund's Epiphany, I alluded to it earlier. Taking an extra turn is quite fun. Then we have Seagate Restoration and Shatter Skull Smashing, the 2 modal dual-faced land cards of our colors. This draws us a bunch of cards if we have a bunch of cards. Also, it can be 7 mana draw 1, which kind of sucks in that case, but hey, hopefully we can get it down early. This deals with pretty much anything we want it to deal with. We have some creatures now. Thieving Skydiver, being able to steal an opponent's artifact is good, and if it's equipment, it gets attached to the Skydiver. Kaza Royal Chaser, flying in haste, and we can tap it to make it so that our instants and sorcery spells cost X less to cast, where X is the number of wizards we control. I think we have 2. Yeah, we have 2 wizards. So we can get a little bit about, even 1 mana though for instants and sorceries is great. Brazen Borrower, being able to bounce something, and also have a 3/1 with flash and flying, but it can only block creatures with flying. We have Shipwreck Dowser, being able to return an instant or sorcery card from our graveyard to our hand is very good, and it plays very well with our Sublime Epiphany. Being able, because this creates a token that's a copy of target creature you control. If Sublime or Shipwreck Dowser is already on the battlefield and we cast this, as the spell resolves, the spell goes to the graveyard, we get a new token, we can pick up Sublime Epiphany, rinse and repeat, and usually the game's over. Goldspan Dragon creates us those artifacts. If we need to, we can tap them to add 2 mana instead of just the 1, and it's just a great threat in the air. Our 2 non-land permanents are the Royal Scions. We're playing both of the Scions, both of the Planeswalkers. 3 mana, 5 loyalty Planeswalker. Draw a card, discard a card, +1/+1. Target creature gets +2/-0 and gains first strike and trample until the end of turn. We can push some damage. And if we ever get to the ultimate, drawing 4 cards and then dealing the amount of damage from your hand to any target, it can end us a game. And then we have so many non-creature spells that I thought Shark Typhoon is just a great card. Also being able to cycle it early if we need to draw lands or we need a last minute blocker with a flying shark is very good. We have Castle Vantress, 7 islands, Mystic Sanctuary because we have a lot of instants and sorceries in our deck. Mountains, 7 of them. Then we have the new Frostboil Snarl enters the battlefield. You can reveal an island or a mountain card from your hand. You do it, enters the battlefield untapped. If you don't, it enters tapped. The Prismari Campus, 4 mana, or pay 4 and tap it to scry 1, enters the battlefield tapped. Our Pathway, our Temple, the Command Power Tower, and a Fabled Passage. All right, that's our Galazeth Prismari. I guess Prismari control, and let's get into some games. All right, Snapdax. I think we can keep this. We need to draw lands. It's really risky keep. If we go and run around our lands, we're good. I think we should probably mulligan. This draws us a card at least. I think we keep this one. Open with the oven. At least we have a reset-ish button now. Blue. Oh no, we want to do this. I wish there were more like 2 mana. I think we Typhoon. So if we either way, well, this, no matter what color land we use, I guess we do. All right, we can Typhoon next or at the end of their turn. Sure. My guess is there's some kind of removal spell in there. I think we're gonna Maelstrom Muse first. X is 0. Let's see what we draw. Let's Muse, because I think that is, this is more nice to keep alive. More nice. Nothing. Are they just gonna then mutate on top of that? I guess the positive thing about playing this first was that we could probably play this after. This will cost what? 2 less? Yeah, that was maybe a mistake. That was a boo-boo. Yeah, I definitely misplayed that one. But hey, that's okay. Live and learn. Live and learn, because this is gonna kill this. We get to make 2 tokens. Which trigger goes on the stack first? No, 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 I don't. Alright, there's a land. Now if they go to mutate this again, we can counter bounce. Guess that's what we do. Come at me, bro. Or do that. Bounce it. Draw a card. Using that token kind of sucks, but hey, gotta do what we gotta do. Sure. That was not a good draw for us. That was a good draw for us. I think we just pass again. Down comes Snapdax would be my guess. Makes sense. Kinda have to... Well, I guess I could... I'm gonna counter that. And then we're gonna discard this to create a treasure token. Now we can do this. We have 5 mana. That doesn't really do us too much. Well, fingers crossed they can't Snapdax plus do a thing. And here comes a giant. Land. I think we just Storm's Wrath this away, right? I think we kind of have to. Well, we can draw a card first. Another land. We got a Storm's Wrath this away. And in the turn. We are very close to being dead. And as you can tell, it's getting darker. This is my video on the top. Sure. You have a 3 mana. Nope. This. Oh. I think we do this into... If we play this, they're going to do this again. Kill us. Much as I don't want to get the card I have to get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One away. Forget that doesn't do it. I guess we have to get this. Counter this. They know about the counters. They don't know about the shock though. Well, we're gonna have to do it. Here. This can now trade with Snapdax. What you got? Now it doesn't trade with. All right, top deck. Game over. Not to win this one. All right, let's do it again. All right, we're up against the tax-free goblin. This, I think this is keepable. And they are playing Zagras. The campus first. I think I will lead with this. We have Prismari command. We can destroy this if we need to. We can destroy that if we need to as well. Oh. I think we can... Oh, this is... Sorry. Destroy artifact. Deal 2 damage. 2 damage to that. Destroy that. I am so sorry. Oh, they drew the land there. Right, let's action. We want action. We can copy or behold the multiverse if we need to. We also have double soul seer, which is nice. Might just be a double soul seer kind of turn. Wizard, cleric, double soul seer. This is free if we do that. I think double Beholden Multiverse does us more good. I think we just Soul Sear this. Not too worried about this at this point. We might not, I think we're probably just gonna play this anyways. I don't think we need to double it. Here comes Zagras. Maybe. Mm-hmm. Incoming. Scry 2, draw 2. I don't want this. I don't think I need the land. Although land's always nice in this kind of deck. I want some action. This is action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can Magma Opus 4 to this. We can do that on his turn or her turn, or on the tax-free goblin's turn. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What you got? What you got? Do I just ambush this with the 4/4? Yeah, let's do that. More damage. 2. Magma Opus doing some work. Oh, and the Goldspan Dragon. Right. Let's dragon it up. And I guess, yeah, that's fine. Draw.
Let me synthesize the facts.
Let's win the game. All right, let's run her back one more time. All right, Speed Penguin, Tergrid got a fright. This is keepable. Yeah, sure, why not? That, play the mountain, Royal Chaser. I'm sure this is not long for this world, but who knows? Bye bye. Goodbye, Royal Chaser. That's a card. I'm probably not tapping out. We can discard this. Need to. Would like to neutralize. This is like an alternate commander for a deck like this. They're gonna play Lantern. No, I'm not gonna let you have it. Plus that gives them card advantage. Next turn is a Tergrid turn. We play this, then I can do this for what? 1, 2, 3. I think we gotta saw it coming. I guess I could have made it cost. Sorry, the only 2 counter spells in our whole deck. Alright, command tower. No, I think we do this. One, two, three, four, 5, 6. Bye bye, Galazeth. Yeah. Ooh, they deal some damages to themselves. I want 100% kick this next turn. Right, 1, 2. And I think I'm going to... Which land do I want to play? This doesn't really draw us that many cards. This can kill things. Could it? No, I don't think shocking myself is a good idea there. This kills this next turn. 5 damage to any target. I can kill that.
Address me as queen of the dead.
Maelstrom Muse, I guess. Massacre Worm. What else do you have then? I think this has to go. This hit Planeswalkers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we can do this. Let's do this. Next is 6. Here, 6 here. Here. And I have this for Tergrid, or I have this for Tergrid. If it comes down. I have this for Massacre Worm. They're doing the Lantern. Sure. I'll lose 3. Let's get this going. And then I think I want to get this going.
Don't worry, this won't take long.
All
I'll
right.
make quick work of you.
Will you now? Well, that's annoying. I think I let this go, right? Yeah. Sure. All right. We do this. And then I think I'm just gonna do this. I need life. I think we're gonna get there. I hope we're gonna get there. I got nothing. Sure. We'll lose 3 again. And steal the lantern. Do I do that just for giggles? We can do that next turn. I don't want to do this. Gain us some life. Take an extra turn. End the turn. And we got there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I'm Mr. Pisto. Like, subscribe, notify so you can see when my videos come up. I'm trying to do a couple a week. Work is crazy, but that's life. All right, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. If you have any suggestions for the deck, put them in the comments below. Take care, be safe out there, have a wonderful time. Bye for now.